weeks now, we've been telling you about the wildfires across our state, and one of the largest fires that crews had to put out was the one on Lions Club, the road in Vernon Parish. Now, thankfully, everyone was reported safe, and as they now return home, they're using their local football team as a symbol of resiliency to get through another difficult time. Here's Dylan Domang.
From September through November, high school football is the talk of the town. It's no different in Leesville, where the goals of playing for a state championship are higher than ever.
My daughter graduated from there, nephews that play football, daughter's on dance line, you know, the whole, my mom graduated from Leesville High School. There's just no other place better to be for a football game than the Wampadome.
Every Friday night, fans fill Wampus Cat Stadium to watch the battle unfold on the field. But in recent weeks, it's been the surrounding communities that have looked more like the war zone.
You just don't know what you'll grab when they tell you you got to go. So, yeah, it was something else.
Louisiana has been torched by some of the worst wildfires in the state's history. Thousands of acres have burned, turning once green forests into what looks like an apocalyptic nightmare.
The day that fire happened was the anniversary of Laura. So it was just kind of really strange, you know, that was all on the same day. But we're used to the water, but we're not used to this dryness at all. We're definitely not.
Wendy Krebs is a lifelong native and one of many that were forced to evacuate near Lions Camp Road, just a few miles away from Leesville, as a cloud of smoke was looming over their home.
I grabbed like baby pictures of my kids and, you know, a couple of memorabilia, but other than that, I just looked around and I was like, you know, it can all be replaced. I mean, you could leave and come back home and not have a home, you know, or your friends, your community, basically. I was worried about my neighbors. I was worried about my best friend down the road and her daughter down the road and just, you know, family. We're a family back here.
In total, over 1,200 acres were burned. Thankfully, everybody was safe. Once the fires were put out, the bright lights of Friday Night Football came back on. For Leesville alum like Krebs, the team has been a symbol of resiliency that's been embodied by the entire community.
This weekend is a kind of a return to normalcy. Let's just come back to what we're used to, and let's just enjoy being together.
Tonight's game against Gina will be Leesville's first game back home since the wildfires were contained, as the stadium gets ready to seat a playoff-like crowd that's just ready to take a new breath of fresh air.
I just got chill bumps because we are very resilient here. You know, I think we just have to be. And part of the beauty of this community is the way we look out after each other.
The Gina Leesville game is tonight's feature for Week 2 Game of the Week, sponsored by Southern Air. The game kicks off at 7 p.m. We're going to have full coverage of the game tonight at 10 on the 5th quarter.